How are we, lads? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Sunday Football Review for round 4 of the NRL. I hope you guys had a fantastic Easter Sunday. I know I have. Saw 2 great games of football today, live on Fox League. It was absolutely fantastic. The Dragons upsetting the Newcastle Knights at McDonald Jones Stadium, 22 points to 13. And we just saw the Roosters, a little bit too good for the Warriors, 32 points to 12 down there at the SCG. If you guys are new to the channel around here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. It's much appreciated. But as always, guys, let's get into the review. The first game, man, the Knights and the Dragons. The Dragons winning 22 points to 13. A bit of an unusual scoreline here, but, you know, when you have players like Kurt Mann who decide to go for a field goal before half-time and the Dragons end up running away with it in the second half, I guess the scoreline is a little bit strange. It's a bit like a Super League scoreline. You get some of those scorelines over in the Super League. But let's get into the game, man. So in the 9th minute, now there's a little bit controversial this part here. Mikaele Ravalawa scored, and Zach Lomax had the ball on the tee, ready to convert. And then they went to the bunker out of nowhere, and they decided to say knock on from Josh Kerr. So all a bit of madness there. That was just crazy. That was there. And then about 2 minutes later, in the 11th minute, Mitchell Pearce put up a bomb. Cody Ramsey drops the ball. And then Shibasaki goes over and scores for the Knights. And everyone's fuming about, oh, why wasn't Ravalawa's a try? But the Knights score, you know, literally 2 sets later. So Newcastle 6-0 early on. And then in the 24th minute, Mitchell Pearce, he does his peck. He went for like a tackle on Tarek Sims. It was more like a swinging arm. And then he done his peck. So I wish Mitchell Pearce all the best, but he done his peck. So that's a big loss there for the Newcastle Knights. So then in the 35th minute, a very similar try to the first one, but Adam Clune put up a bomb. There was a knock on there from Tex Hoy. Trent Merrin picks it up, puts on a great dummy, scores. Trent Merrin scores, of all people, unbelievable. Lomax converts it, 6-all. And right before half-time there, about probably 40 seconds till half-time, Kurt Mann kicks a field goal. Half-time, Knights lead 7 points to 6. And then it was getting worse for Newcastle. They lost Mitchell Pearce, Kurt Mann, Tex Hoy. David Clement was playing with a busted knee. They lost half their entire spine, except for Jane Bradley, so it was always going to be tough for the Knights. And then the Knights started the second half quite well there. 48th minute, Josh King scores. Knights lead 13 points to 6. A good lead there for the Knights. And then in the 52nd minute, this is where the game changed. Adam Clune, a great short ball to Tarek Sims. He goes over and scores. At this point, it is 13-12 in favour of Newcastle. And then it's back and forth for a while, anyone's game. And then in the 60th minute, Newcastle put in a kick. I believe it was Blake Greenhill's kick. Charge down from Tarek Sims. He scores. Lomax converts it. Dragons lead 18-13. Now, this is where Newcastle are under the pump. They've lost pretty much their entire spine. They need to find some direction. Blake Green's first game back, he was a little bit lost out there on his own. And then the Dragons, Quinlan with a grubber kick there in the 68th minute. And Braden Williami scores. And that pretty much is the ball game. The Dragons win 22 points to 13. Well done to the Dragons, man. You know, when Newcastle lost their spine, and I'm thinking, well, if the Newcastle Knights still find a way to win this game, it'll be a very, very brave win. So the Dragons they capitalised of Newcastle losing their spine, and the Dragons, they found a way and they got the job done in the end. So well done to the Dragons. You know, I fought for the Dragons. I thought Zach Lomax had a good game. I thought Dufty and Corey Norman were good. I thought Tarek Sims had the best game I've seen him play in quite some time. The Dragons forward pack held their own against Newcastle. For Newcastle, it was always going to be a very tough game for them. You know, I thought David Clemmer and Saifidi played quite well. I thought Barnett was a little bit off today. Frizzell was, I think he was kept a little bit quiet as well. Newcastle, you know, they were brave, but the Dragons get the win. 22 points to 13. My top 3 players on ground for this one, I'm going to go number 3, Corey Norman. Number 2, Matt Dufty. And number 1, my man of the match, it's going to go to Tarek Sims. He was outstanding. And the next game that we just saw, the Roosters beat the Warriors 32 points to 12. A very good win for the Sydney Roosters. You know, I thought they were very good, the Roosters. I thought they played quite well. But it all started off in the 9th minute, you know. Adam Pompey scoring a try early on off a kick from Cody Nikorima. Warriors 6-0 early up. It's a good start there for the Warriors. And then in the 18th minute, James Tedesco, he went straight through a gap. He fended off Wade Egan. Tedesco scores. Takiaho misses a conversion. Warriors lead 6 points to 4 still. And then in the 23rd minute, Toru Harris scored off a kick. And it came off a Roger Tuivasa-Sheck kick. Nikorima converts it. Warriors lead 12-4. At this stage, the Warriors are up 12 points to 4. And I'm thinking, okay, the Warriors have got an 8-point lead here. Both their tries were off kicks. Can they score a try without kicking the ball? That was the real question. And is 12 points to 4 enough against the Roosters at the SCG? And it clearly wasn't. And then in the 26th minute, Sam Walker, man, a very nice ball to Nat Butcher. He went over and scored for the Roosters. It was converted by Takiaho. Warriors lead 12 points to 10. It's a very good game at this point. I'm talking to a few mates on Instagram and I'm going, this is a bloody good game of football. And then the Roosters again, in the 30th minute, Brett Morris, what a fantastic try he scored over in the corner there for the Roosters. Takiaho from the sideline converts it. Roosters, 16 points to 12. And then the Roosters, I thought they were playing all right here. The Warriors, they were brave, but the Roosters were on top at this stage of the game. Warriors kept making errors and they were shooting themselves in the foot. And then 33rd minute, Angus Crichton, no try. Now, look, I understand the obstruction rule. I understand it. I know how it works, but Tedesco ran behind one player. And then the Warriors had 3 players apparently impeded. They were just standing there, in my opinion. I thought that should have been a try to Angus Crichton, so a bit of a harsh call there. I don't see how running behind one player and then 3 other Warriors players are standing there, not even close to Tedesco. I don't see how it was an obstruction. But anyway, the rules are the rules. So, half-time, Roosters lead 16-12. The Warriors are in the game, but they lost Fenil Blake early on. Fenil Blake injured his knee. He did not come back. So I'm thinking, well, the Roosters have to take advantage of that. So, and they sure did. You know, the first 20 minutes, first 15 minutes or so of the second half, it was a very good game, and it was back and forth. And then Brett Morris, he just goes and dummy half and scored over in the corner. Drew Hutchison missed the conversion at this point. Roosters 20 points to 12. A very good game still. Warriors they're hanging in there. And then in the 60th minute, Drew Hutchison, he scored off a knock on from the Warriors. And Victor Radley's shot. Hutchison picks it up, runs about 40 metres. He scores. That's pretty much the ball game at this point. Roosters 26-12. And then in the 70th minute, you know, we're all thinking, can the Warriors find a way to come back like they did against Canberra? Mamalo, no try in the corner. Unlucky for Mamalo, his hand was on the sideline. If he had scored that try, it would have been a 10-point game. Potentially an 8-point game with 10 to go. And you never know, the Warriors are one of those sides where if they get going, they can score some points, but unlucky for them. And then about 2 minutes later, Josh Morris scores for the Roosters. Takiaho converts it. Roosters lead 32-12. And the Roosters win the game 32 points to 12. You know, the Warriors, they were brave, but they just weren't able to back up what they did last week. We know they beat the Raiders last week, but they just couldn't back it up tonight against the Roosters. Maybe it was a mental thing. You know, maybe their mentality wasn't good enough. I don't know. But the Roosters, they find a way to get the job done. You know, without Luke Keary for the rest of the season, they found a way to do it. Sam Walker played well, and the Roosters win. But my top 3 players on ground for this game, I'm going to go, oh, gee, it's tough for top 3 players because I thought there was a lot of good players out there tonight. For the Roosters, Tedesco was great. Brett Morris was good. Josh Morris was good. Takiaho played well. Let's have a look at some of the stats here because I know one of the forwards had a really good game. I'm just trying to remember who actually had the most running meters. Yeah, it's as I suspected. Takiaho and Crichton, they all played well. Righto, we're going to go. All right, top 3 on ground tonight. Number 3, Angus Crichton. Number 2 is going to go to Josh Morris. And number 1, my man of the match, it's got to be James Tedesco. He was outstanding tonight, Tedesco. Involved in everything, playing a lot of first receiver, getting involved a lot. So James Tedesco, my man of the match for this game against the Warriors. But guys, that wraps up the Sunday Football Review. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon for the Eels versus Tigers review. Until then, guys, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.